Good evening, my name is Nurdiana binti Nur Azman. My metric number is 01D8023F2050 and today I will present about job description worksheet. Job description worksheet is a structured template used to define and document the essential element of a specific job role. It helps to ensure clarity and consistency in understanding job responsibility, qualification and expectation. Example details worksheet template that can be used for recruitment planning at Tamuta Elektronik Setiam Berhad, such as job title, department or decision, job summary, key responsibility and duties, recruitment qualification, competency, physical and environment requirement, key performance indicator, salary range and benefit, additional information and lastly approval.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Nurfatin Syafina binti Abdullah. My metric number is 01D8023F2002. Okay, so today I will talk about the decision making process. Okay, step 1 is identify the objective and scope. It's clearly define the objective to develop an effective recruitment plan that address the vacancies at Tamura Electronics. The second point is outline the scope of recruitment, including the number of positions, type of roles, required skills, and overall timeline. For step 2, gather information. In gather information, we have job analysis. The explanation for job analysis is gather detailed information on the roles, qualifications, and experience level required for each vacancy. Next, company culture and value. The explanation is understands Tamura Electronics work culture to identify candidates who will fit well. So step 3 is evaluate possible recruitment methods. The explanation is explore various recruitment methods such as internal job posting, job boards, recruitment agencies, social media, job fairs, and partnership with educational institutions. 4 is analysis pros and cons. First, assess the advantage and disadvantage of each recruitment method in relation to the roles. Second, prioritize methods that have the highest potential for finding the best candidates within the desired time frame and budget. For step 5 is consult a stakeholder. First is gather input from relevant stakeholders, including the HR team, hiring manager, and Tamura Electronics HR manager. Second, take into account any specific preference or requirements they may have regarding the recruitment process. Step 6 is make a decisions based on the analysis. Decide on the recruitment methods and strategy that best align with Tamura Electronics needs. Second, prioritize methods that offer a balance between cost effectiveness, speed, and quality of candidates. For step 7 is plan and assign tasks. First, develop a step-by-step actions plan that includes timelines, responsibilities, and resource needs. Second, assign specific team members to manage different parts of the recruitment process.
Hello and good evening to my lecturer Puan Azila and to everyone who is watching this. My name is Litisha Anak Perempuan Murti and my metric card number is 01D8023F2008. As for my part, I would like to talk about decision making on hiring method. And the first step to this is to identify TESB's recruitment needs. Firstly, we should take note of the job types, which are there vacancies for technical, managerial or operational roles. Secondly, is to take note of the urgency, which is how quickly do they need to fill the positions. Last but not least is the budget. What is the available budget for the recruitment? The second step, we can evaluate different hiring method, and we have two different hiring methods here. And the first one happens to be campus recruitment, which is university collaboration. There are pros and cons to this. The pros are that we can access to young talent, which is ideal for hiring fresh graduates or interns. Second is that it is cost effective, which means that it often involves minimal expenses compared to other methods. And thirdly, we can build long-term talent pipelines, which is cultivating for future employees. However, there are also cons to this method, which are limited experiences. By this, they mean that fresh graduates may lack practical on-the-job experience as they have just graduated from college, so they might not have much work experience. Secondly, is longer onboarding, which means that they require more investment in training as development as they are just fresh out of college. The next hiring method is by social media recruitment. Examples of social media are Facebook and Instagram. There are pros and cons to this. One of the pros being direct reach to passive job seekers. Next one being is that the ability to showcase company culture, attracting like-minded candidates, and the last one being relatively low cost compared to traditional methods. There are also cons to this hiring method though, which are less structured than traditional recruitment method. By this they mean that this is not using a traditional way, and it is also considered an informal way to recruit someone. And the next is that it may not be effective for all industries or job roles. After evaluating different hiring methods, we can move on to the next three steps, which is the third step being decision-making criteria. Firstly, we should consider the cost effectiveness, which is how much is TESB willing to invest in the hiring process. Secondly is time sensitivity. Does TESB need to fill the positions urgently? And the last one being candidate quality. How important is the quality of the candidates to TESB? The next one, step 4, is recommended decision. Firstly, we should utilize campus recruitment to access fresh talent with potential for growth. And secondly, we should leverage social media recruitment to attract younger, tech-savvy candidates who align with TESB's brand. And the last step, step 5 being, when presenting this to Nora, the HR manager, we will explain the rationale between each choice as well as how we intend to implement each hiring method. This includes proposing a timeline, discussing the roles and responsibilities of our agency, and highlighting the expected outcomes from each method. This is all for the 5 steps.
Now, I will explain about evaluation in organization is comprehensive process that involves various function, system, and performance metrics. For TESB, a details can help identify strengths, weakness, opportunities, and enable the company to optimize operation, engage productivity, and achieve strategy goals. Also, framework for organizations such as leadership and management. Next, accountability is an organization is crucial for ensuring that employees and leaders are responsible, transparent, and committed to their role. Accountability fosters a culture of trust, high performance, and ethical behavior. For example, clear rule can reduce confusion and overlaps. This prevents overlaps in duty and reduces conflicts.
For the evaluation, social diversity, the goal is promote a diverse workforce that brings varied perspective, experience, and ideas, enhance innovations and productivity within Tamura Electronics SDN BHD. Second, diversity hiring goals. Set clear, measurable diversity goals aligned with TEST and Tamura Electronics value. The second evaluation is participations. Participation is the aim is to ensure that all team members involved in the recruitment planning, implementations, and evaluation stage are actively contributing, providing valuable input, and working collaboratively towards TSB goals. Here's how participations can be evaluated effectively. First, establish clear expectations for each team member's role in the recruitment process, including active engagement in brainstorming sessions, involvement in decision making, and commitment to carrying out assigned tasks. That's all from me.
Next, we would be doing the evaluation based on decision making process and work responsibility. And the first one, the decision making process, involves analyzing various recruitment methods, considering TESP staffing needs, urgency, and budget. The team chose a combination of internal referrals, recruitment agencies, and campus recruitment to address different role types and hiring urgency. This approach ensures efficiency and flexibility as each method suits specific job levels and requirements. And the second one being work responsibilities. Work responsibilities were clearly assigned, with team members tasked and creating job ads, screening candidates, managing external vendors, and handling employer branding. Regular communication and task delegation ensured a smooth process. Each team member focused on their area of expertise, streamlining the recruitment efforts. And this is all for the part of evaluation.